Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm one of the travel agents with Marvelous Mouse Travels. We are the agency that runs this Facebook group, along with several others that are focused on different destinations. Welcome to Sundays with MMT, which is actually on a Monday this week. We'll talk about why in just a second. But typically, this is a weekly live agent panel video series that we do in one of our Facebook groups every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. But we are going live on a Monday because we have a team of agents who just went on the inaugural sailing for the brand new Allure of the Seas, and they literally just got off the ship yesterday. So we've given them a little bit of time to, get adjusted to life on land again, and we have them here with us tonight. But we have a lot of information that we're going to get to hear from them about this brand new ship with Royal Caribbean's fleet, and I'm really excited to learn about it along with you. We would also love to take any questions or comments that you have. So at any point during this live stream, feel free to go ahead and drop those questions into the comment section, and then we're happy to come back and answer those towards the end of our time together. We are using a platform called StreamYard to go live this evening, and StreamYard might ask you to allow it to display your username and profile picture. If you want to post a comment, just know that you can decline that permission and you can still interact with us anonymously. So I am joined tonight by three of our marvelous agents. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And please take a little bit of time to tell everybody your name, how long you've been with the agency, and the best way for people to contact you if they're interested in planning a cruise.
So hi, welcome. My name is Casey, and I've been with the agency just under a year now, and I would love to help you out with trips. You can contact me at that email address at casey.breest@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hi, I'm Brittany Hooks. I've been with the agency about a year and a half. I'm based in Texas, and you can contact me at my email address, brittany.hooks@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hey everybody, it's Katie Taylor. I've been with the agency for almost 7 years now, and you can contact me at kdt@marvelousmousetravels.com.
And again, my name is Ginger, and I've been with the agency just over 4.5 years. And the best way to reach out to me is to visit me at my blog, which you can find at gingermmt.com. So, ladies, as I mentioned just a second ago, obviously you just got off the ship yesterday. And just from looking at some of the pictures that I've seen of the Allure of the Seas, it looks like a gigantic ship that it has a whole lot of stuff. So, obviously, it would kind of be difficult for us to give a detailed overview of everything that the Allure of the Seas has to offer. So, I guess maybe let's just try to give people a general overview and then maybe talk about your particular favorite part of the ship, just your own preference.
So the first thing I noticed when I got on the ship was that you didn't just have an ocean view balcony room. You had other options for balcony rooms that would be a little bit cheaper. So we got to stay in the ocean view balcony rooms, which were wonderful. But you also have a Central Park view and a boardwalk view. Those are two extra areas of the ships they call neighborhoods. The Central Park is like a park theme. You have luscious trees, beautiful flowers. It's quiet, very serene in that area. And then the boardwalk area is like a carnival boardwalk. It's a little louder. There's a carousel, lots of places to eat, ice cream, shop. It's a little more lively part of the ship.
Yeah, the cool thing with Brittany saying all the different overlooks in the ship is when we were able to tour some of those rooms, it's actually, even though the boardwalk itself is lively and loud, very quiet in the actual rooms itself. So no need to feel like if you're going to sleep, you're going to get disturbed by the activity. So pretty cool with that.
Yeah.
And some of the things that I really enjoyed seeing on the ship were just all of the different activities that you can do and shows that you can do in the theaters. They have an aqua theater, which is where they do the diving and swimming and dancing shows. It was phenomenal, probably one of the highlights of my experience. But they also have an ice skating rink where they have open ice skating if you want to go and ice skate. It was so cool. Game shows, they had comedians, they had the a cappella group Mosaic. Phenomenal. I mean, just it was very, very good. Those were the things about the ship that I found really, really intriguing and just nice. And then the overall ship, yes, it's huge. Yes, I had directional challenges on the ship, that I was never in charge of being in the lead because I was always going the wrong direction. But um, by the end of the 4 days, I was finally getting the hang of, the ship and how to get around and stuff. So, and I did remember that, the Windjammer is on deck 16, right? Am I right? Did I do it right? Yeah. See, finally, I got it where the buffet is, right there. So anyway, so those are the things though that I really liked, is knowing that you have not just one theater, you've got a whole bunch of different places to go and have some activities and have some fun. So.
And also outside, I don't know if anyone saw this on our Facebook page, but we zip lined across deck 15, right across the boardwalk area. Like our feet were overhanging all those decks all the way down to boardwalk. It was scary for some of us. It was exhilarating for others, but we all did it and we were very proud of ourselves. And that was incredible. It was free, no extra charge to zip line across the ship. You could go every day, often as you want. So really, really cool.
That's cool. Did you guys have? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, and Casey was brave enough to actually try the flow rider on the back of the ship. And there's two of them. They have one for the surfing, and then they have another one for the what is it, boogie boarding? Is that right?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
boarding.
But yeah, she did a great job.
Yeah, it was super fun too. And the instructors, they help you out with everything, and they're, the staff, honestly, with that ship, all the staff are incredible. They're super helpful. You ask them questions and they're so happy to answer and point you in the right direction. So it was really fantastic experience that way.
Awesome. Did you guys have any favorite places to eat on board?
Johnny Rockets was pretty good.
We saved that one for the last day.
Yes, we did.
We were like, we have to do that. Check. We have to get to Johnny Rockets. Yeah. Delicious burgers and onion rings, fries. They even had a salad. You can eat a salad at Johnny Rockets.
Yeah, that's right.
I did.
And the main dining area had each night had tons of options to choose from. So and it was different every night. They have 3 main dining rooms. So, but they all serve the same food, but you can decide if you want to eat in deck 3, deck 4, or deck 5. Mm-hmm. What we did find out though is that I think it was deck 5 has the ones that have the bigger tables. So if you have a large group, you might want to go up there so you're not split off into smaller tables like in some of the other restaurants. But it was, all 3 of them were great.
Awesome.
I really enjoyed.
They also have multiple Starbucks.
Oh, nice.
Sorry about that, Casey. So they have a main Starbucks kind of in the center promenade of the ship. And then they have a separate area down the way with like desserts, little bites, things like that, but also Starbucks. So we were all there on a daily basis. And one of our tricks that I taught the group was to get your Starbucks at night before you go to bed, get an iced coffee without ice, put it in the fridge, and in the morning, your coffee is ready to go.
Yeah.
Tip of the day.
And just ordering that was hilarious. Watching them say, we're like, can we get an iced coffee with no ice? And they're like, what? But it was great. It was great. And it's a great tip too. Great tip.
And then along with the food is you can have breakfast on your balcony. So the continental breakfast, you can order from a brochure that's in your room, hang it on your door before 3 a.m. Your room attendant will collect it and submit it. You pick the time you want your food delivered, and you can have an entire spread of breakfast when you wake up at your door. And then we just put it out on the balcony in the morning, and we got to sit oceanside and have complimentary breakfast in our room with coffee. We even ordered mimosas. That was incredible that we had that option to do every day.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the ports of call for the Allure, the itinerary. So what is its home port and where are some of the places that it stops?
Yeah, so right now she's sailing out of Galveston. And up until kind of middle of January, it's going to vary between like 4 and 5 night cruises. And then really middle of January, she's going to hit stride with doing a 7-night cruise. And she's going to be visiting Cozumel, Roatan, Honduras, and Puerto Costa Maya. So those are going to be her 3 main stops for this next year here. And then kind of once the following year hits, we're going to be seeing her back in the Florida ports, and she'll be switching places with her sister. So yeah, lots of great itineraries.
Yeah.
We stopped in Cozumel. That's where I got my hat. Well, hand painted.
That's awesome.
So you can get off the ship there and you can go on excursions, or you can just stay in the port. And they have shops, they have food, Senor Frogs, Margaritaville, bars to go to. You can get all your souvenirs right there off the ship. Your Mexican vanilla, very popular, and bring those right back on the ship. But the other girls went on excursions, so they can talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes, we went to, oh gosh, I'm not even going to be able to pronounce it right. It was a beach day. Let's just put it that way. It was a beach day. What was it?
Starts with the letter C.
Yeah, Shakanov, I think.
Shakanov, I guess is how you say it. I'm not really sure. That's the Southern in me. I can't pronounce anything that is in Mexico. But anyway, that's okay. But it was a great beach day. It was a huge beach with lots of chairs, with the little straw umbrellas, like it was like a tiki hut kind of thing. The water was gorgeous and clear. You could literally see all the way down to the bottom. A couple of the girls went snorkeling and had a great time doing that and saw lots of fish and things like that. The only thing that I just would caution is when you go to on an excursion like that, just make sure that you ask if it's a walk-in beach, because this was not. This was actually man-made, so you had to actually take steps to get into the water for the majority of getting into the water. There was a small area, like a lagoon area, that if you have small children, it is 0 entry and you can walk into it, but it was just smaller. So, and from what I understand in Cozumel, you may have that beach. It may not be a walk-in beach kind of thing at that particular port.
Mm-hmm.
So just something to just keep in the back of your mind. But the lunch was included, drinks were included, open bar, like everything. So it was, and there were 2 places that you could eat. They also had a dolphin, like swim with the dolphins kind of thing there too, but we didn't do that. But they did have that there as well. So cool. It was very nice.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about just Royal Caribbean in general for maybe people who are new to cruising or who are new to this particular cruise line. Why Royal Caribbean versus some of the other options that are available?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I think Casey said it best earlier. The staff on the ship was phenomenal. Like anytime you had a question, all you had to do was ask somebody and they were on it. If you had any issues, they were on it. We saw, so many people walking the halls and it was clean. I saw people going up and down the staircases, just cleaning the rails constantly, wiping down the, I think we actually even saw them scrubbing the grout. It was like, they are very serious about keeping things clean. Mm-hmm. You are not allowed to walk into the buffet or anywhere, any of the restaurants. They have hand washing stations, like right next to the door, and they make you wash your hands. Like, no, you cannot enter until your hands are washed. So, which I thought was great. And everything, everything was just nice. It was clean. Mm-hmm. It was fresh. And everybody was just so nice. Like, I don't even know how to, it was just, they were just very, very great.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think too, like Royal Caribbean is very focused on families. It's a family vacation, kind of an all-inclusive feeling of a family vacation. You can get that with Disney and some of the other cruise lines offer family activities, but Royal Caribbean is really intent on finding a happy price point that you can afford. There's lots of different options. Mm-hmm. And it's nice because you can add in things that you want, or you don't necessarily have to pay for things that you don't want. So it's a really great option for families who might be looking for a budget-friendly choice. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what room level you stay at, you're getting the same kind of care as the person staying in the suite. I mean, the attendants in our rooms were there 2 to 3 times a day, just straightening up, cleaning up, seeing if we needed anything. They knew our names on day 1. They introduced themselves to you and they remember you. I mean, they are really, really trained, and they also hire just the right people in the right positions to make that experience just like warm and fuzzy wherever you go. When we first got on the ship, I toured the kids club area. And this is really cool about Royal Caribbean. In the kids club area, they will take 6 months up to 17 years old. And there is an area specifically, like every few years, they kind of break it down. And those kids are with those workers. And they don't just put them on iPads and video games all day. Like, they made sure to tell me, you get 30 minutes of video games. And then we have structured activities the rest of the day. There's a theme every day, and they make sure that the kids are out if they're old enough to be out and doing activities as a group, or if they're little, that they get their naps, they get fed, they get taken care of, just like if their parents were with them. Now, late at night, there is an extra charge for childcare if you want to extend their stay in the kids club past their regular hours. But it really is beautiful. And if you can visit the kids club on the first day, I think as parents, it just gives you like that calming feeling when you get to talk to the people who are going to take care of your kids, of like, oh, I trust these people. Like, they have it locked down. They're running a tight ship, and no one is going to be left behind or forgotten or not taken care of. So give it a tour when you first get on the ship. You can always walk in as a parent or just someone who's curious before there's children in there, and talk to the workers. I was just super, super impressed with everyone in the childcare areas.
Awesome. I think that you guys have given us some really great tips about Royal Caribbean. Obviously it is a well-known, trusted, reputable cruise line, that people have heard of, and has in a lot of ways kind of become synonymous with cruising. But it does offer so much. So whether you are going on an adults only trip, or a big, multi-generational family trip, or just you and your spouse and your kids, you have a whole lot of options, a whole lot of things to do. If you have not yet followed the Marvelous Mouse Travels main agency page, go ahead and do that, because there are some great pictures that have been posted there of the Allure of the Seas. I know that there's going to be even more content coming out in the coming days about, we'll have blog posts and all sorts of things, podcast episodes, and all sorts of things that we'll be dropping as well, to kind of let you see even more about the experience that these ladies had. But I think that, having someone like our agents in your corner when you are looking to cruise, whether you're a first-time cruiser or you are someone who has been on, 50 cruises, having an agent in your corner is really valuable, especially when you consider the fact that you don't pay any extra for that. If you book through us with Royal Caribbean, you're going to pay the same amount as if you booked directly with them. But sometimes we even have special booking incentives and special perks that we can offer that you can't get if you book directly on Royal Caribbean's website. And so, it's one added layer of customer service to have an agent where if you have a question, you don't have to wade through a call center. You don't have to try to hunt down the information online. You can go to your agent who has firsthand experience, who's been trained, and in many times gets kind of first access, like we did to get to be on these ships when they're brand new, and be trained to know all the things about them. So definitely reach out to one of our agents if you're interested in planning a cruise. We did have a couple of comments that came through. Well, yes, that is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That is a neat little, if you're a zipline person. I don't think I'm a zipline person, but for all you zipline people out there, more power to you.
You would love it, Ginger.
It sounds like a nightmare to me, but I'm sure it's lots of fun. Love the food on cruise ship. Oh yes, so many options. Fantastic. Oh, this is a good question. Do they have flavored creamer options, or just half and half or milk?
I don't remember seeing anything flavored.
I don't remember flavored. I think at least at the buffet when I got it, I know it just had half and half and milk. That was the only two options at the buffet.
I think if you're looking for a flavored option, maybe like the Cafe Promenade or the Park Cafe, they have a Starbucks in them. You can maybe ask for like a flavor pump or something. Yeah,
Mhm.
spice up your coffee.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely you can get the flavors at Starbucks, but
Mhm.
I don't know about the room service or anything like that having it. Okay, I think that's all of the questions that we've gotten. So thank you all so much for watching with us tonight. And thank you, ladies, for giving your time and telling us a little bit about your experience. Again, if you are joining us a little bit late and you missed the contact information for these agents, you can find that back at the beginning of the video. And keep in mind that it is no extra charge to book through one of our agents versus what you would pay to just go online and book that cruise yourself. We can also help you with everything from theme park vacations to all-inclusive vacations and beyond. And again, thank you for joining with us. If you have any questions and you're happening upon this video after it's no longer live, you can still pop those down in the comments. We do monitor these for comments after the fact, and we can come back and answer that for you. But we hope you have a wonderful night, and thank you for joining us for this special Monday episode of Sundays with MMT. Bye, everybody.
Bye.